Welcome to Law Family. This video is helpful to law students and young practicing advocates only. Today, we briefly discuss about the section 100 of BNS Act. Corresponding law is 299 of IPC. The section defines culpable homicide as the act of causing death with the intention of causing death, causing such bodily or injury as is likely to cause death. With the knowledge, second one is with the knowledge that he is likely by such act to cause death. The first and second clauses of the section refer to intention apart from knowledge. Third clause refers to knowledge apart from intention. Here, knowledge and intention must not be confused.
Welcome. Homicide. Homicide is the killing of a human being by a human being. It is either lawful and unlawful. Lawful homicide. This may be divided into two classes. First one is excusable homicide, where the death is caused by accident or misfortune and without any criminal intention or knowledge in the doing of a lawful act in a lawful manner by a lawful means and with proper care and caution. This section as well as BNS section is 18, second point, where the death is caused by a child or a person of unsound mind or an intoxicated person, as will come under section 20, 21, 22 and 23 of BNS Act 2023. Third point, where the death is caused unintentionally by an act done in good faith, important, unintentionally by an act done in good faith for the benefit of the person killed when he or she, or if a minor or lunatic, his or her guardian has expressly or impliedly consented to such act, as will come under section 25 and 26 of BNS Act. Where it is impossible for the person killed to signify his consent, or where he is incapable of giving consent and has no guardian from whom it is possible to obtain consent in time for that thing to be done with benefit, as will come under section 30 of BNS Act. There are general exceptions homicide.
Justifiable homicide. This class includes cases where the death is caused. One is by a person who is bound or by a mistake of fact in good faith, believes himself or herself bound by law, as well come under section 14 of BNS Act. Second one is by a judge when acting judicially in the exercise of any power which is or which in good faith he believes to be given him or her by law. 15 of BNS Act. By a person acting in pursuance of the judgment or order of a court of justice, section 16 of BNS Act. Fourth one is by a person who is justified or who, by reason of a mistake of fact, in good faith, believes himself to be justified by law. 17 of BNS Act. By a person acting without any criminal intention to cause harm and in good faith for the purpose of preventing or avoiding other harm to person or property, section 19 of BNS Act. Sixth one is where the death is caused in exercising the right of private defense of person or property, section 39 and 41 of BNS Act.
Unlawful homicide. Culpable homicide is the first kind of unlawful homicide. It is causing of death by doing, first point, an act with the intention of causing death. Second point, an act with the intention of causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. Third one is an act with the knowledge that the act was likely to cause death. Important point, without one or other of these elements, an act, though it may be in its nature criminal and may occasion death, will not amount to the offence of culpable homicide. Lastly, the existence of an evil motive is not at all necessary. Malice is not made action, and whether or not any motive whatsoever be discoverable, if the act says with any of the above elements is applicable, it is culpable homicide.
A criminal trial is not like a fairy tale wherein one is free to give flight to one's imagination and fantasy. It concerns itself with the question as to whether the accused arraigned at the trial is guilty of the crime with which he is charged. Crime is an event in real life and is the product of interplay of different human emotions. In arriving at the conclusion about the guilt of the accused charged with the commission of a crime, the court has to judge the evidence by the yardstick of probabilities, its instincts, and its again its intrinsic worth and the animus of witness. Every case in the final analysis would have to depend upon its own facts. Although the benefit of every reasonable doubt should be given to the accused, the courts should not at the same time reject evidence which is ex facie trustworthy on grounds which are fanciful or in the nature of conjectures.
Law students and young lawyers can carefully listen to this video and do justice to your client. This video is purely theory. The Honorable Court decides each case on merits. Thank you.
Thank you.